Well, as you know, with the American Dream being a national show, we want to go to hyper-local markets to find the best experts so you can get advice in your own backyard. Joining us out of Houston, she's an award-winning realtor, Nicole Lopez. Good to have you on the show, Nicole.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
You bet. And you've brought on a special guest, and Ted Cummins is going to talk about new trends happening with new builders. Ted, thanks for coming on the show as well.
Thank you for the opportunity.
And you are the Chief Creative Officer of Morningstar Builders. I love the title. So we'll dive into that new stuff. Before we do that, Nicole, tell us a little bit about what's going on in the Houston real estate market from your point of view.
Awesome. So, Craig, I handle most areas in Houston north of I-10, and I will tell you, we're in the spring selling season. It is busy. We've got listings coming off market in just days, especially in the price point that my team specializes in, which is going to be maybe that $300,000 to $500,000 price point. So it's moving very fast.
Cool. And you do a lot of work in the luxury market as well, correct?
Yes, we do.
Is it a little bit different on the higher end stuff?
Well, it kind of depends on where it's located. So if you're in the Woodlands or Cypress or Tomball, things are moving a little bit quicker out there. On the east side of town, which was most of our luxury market on the east side of town was devastated by Hurricane Harvey. So they're in the process of rebuilding. So for us, it's really just been shifting the focus on our efforts kind of a little bit further west.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, there's the different markets and then there's the different price points. And no matter what you're doing, make sure you get tailored advice. Nicole is obviously excellent out of Houston. Let's switch gears and talk with you, Ted, about new home buildings. How's the inventory out there? How's the building projects going out there?
Building is strong. We specialize in the luxury market, typically a 700 to 2 million. So our price point buyers often are kind of winding down their career. Maybe they're empty nesters. Maybe they're trying to figure out what retirement looks like. So they've got the money, and it's just really about getting them excited about the project. Okay,
so a little bit new, higher end. Talk about some of the trends that you see in these projects.
Right. We're full design build. In 18 years, we've never built the same house twice, so we're pretty into trends, but we're doing what the clients are looking for. First of all, we'd say the formal spaces are really kind of going away. So the formal dining room, formal living room, those kind of formal spaces are really going more casual. So that dining room up front is being pushed back off the kitchen. Nothing is outdoor spaces in our market and our climate most of the time are continuing to get popular. We're doing a lot more screened-in porches, motorized screens to open that space up, which is pretty fun. And then another one that's kind of unique is a lot of the media rooms are converting to more of a combo media. So we're actually doing motorized screens. The projector is more hidden, so that space feels like a game room, but it can convert to a media room.
Nicole, I'd love to get your point of view. When you talk about, so you do a lot of resales, right? You just mentioned the $300,000 to $500,000 range. You do a lot of luxury real estate. What are your thoughts on new home builds and some of the cool features that you're seeing from your point of view?
Absolutely. So I personally love selling new home construction. It's always fun to take the client through that design process and see something be built from beginning to end. And a couple of the trends that I have seen, and one that Ted actually specializes in, is the service kitchen. So now 2 kitchens are better than 1. So you have your beautiful kitchen in the front where you can entertain in, and then you have your service kitchen to the rear where you put all the dirty dishes. And then also outdoor living spaces. As the homes build, the buyers are absolutely loving to have larger outdoor spaces out in the back, whether it's pools, outdoor kitchens, smokers, fire pits. It's just everybody loves to spend time outside. Here in Houston, we've got some beautiful weather, so that's been extremely popular with our buyers.
So what I love about new home builds is it's not like buying a new car. When you drive it off the lot, it loses value. I mean, the new home builds, as you guys have already offered here today, they offer very trendy things that a lot of homeowners can look to as just advice for what they should do with their own home. Nicole, a lot of those new projects in time are going to turn into resales. How does that make it easier for you when you're going to sell a property and market it to the free marketplace when you have some of these cool features?
Oh, absolutely. And when you have a custom home builder like Ted with Morningstar, the consumer knows that there was a lot of thought, a lot of quality design, a lot of quality components that were put into that home. So it absolutely makes it easier on the resale side.
Well, we love having you guys on the show. You're truly experts. I'd love to hear from each of you real quick before I let you go. What do you think the housing market's going to look like throughout the remainder of the year? I mean, if we have you on this show in a year from now, what trends do you think we should expect in housing?
So in terms of trends in housing, I think things are just going to continue to escalate. As we continue to recover from Hurricane Harvey, there's going to be a lot of buyers that come into the marketplace. And so I think we're going to continue to see homes being built in Houston and a lot of new buyers and sellers in our market.
What do you think, Ted?
Well, I don't know if we're going to see a lot of change. I think obviously the trends are, with social media and everybody's looking at Houzz and Pinterest, there's always new ideas. That'll continue to grow. People are getting more excited about building a custom home.
Well, when it comes to new ideas on housing, who better to go to than a chief creative officer with a new building?
Absolutely.
Ted, great to have you on the show. Thank you so much for bringing your expertise to it. Nicole, you're obviously an award-winning realtor in Houston. There's a reason for that. I hope that our audience, if you have questions about buying, selling, luxury, or as we talked about here today, just trends with new home builds, Nicole is a great realtor to connect with. Thank you so much for coming on The American Dream.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
So some great advice there. Two of the best in the business down there in Houston. All housing markets are local. So if you have questions about this stuff, make sure you go to the best experts. And you saw a couple of them there. More of The American Dream coming up next.
Are you interested in real estate, business, entrepreneurship, or finance? Then check us out online and be sure to follow us on social media.